Hey, what is going on guys, Gaming here and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be discussing the Five Nights at Freddy's Iceberg, which I've been waiting for a while for it to show up on the internet. Ever since the Super Mario 64 Iceberg, I've been wanting one about FNAF and seeing the videos that people make on them. I wanted to try it out for myself. Now this video is going to be split up into a few parts. The tip of the iceberg, the surface, the shallow waters, the big blue, the depths and the abyss. I will try to explain everything as best as I can, but this video is not scripted as much as the previous ones. This is just so I can give my honest thoughts and opinions to you guys. Now, before we get into this, make sure to subscribe and like if you want more content like this, as it also helps out the channel as well. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Vanny in Glamrock Freddy teaser. Now I think this originates from the Glamrock Freddy teaser, which got released online. In the crowd, you can see a little shadow that looks very similar to Vanny. I will put it on screen right now for you guys to see. But yeah, that's where that one came from. Child inside Funtime Freddy. This is from the sketch, like the After Robotics sketch. There is a it's not a sketch, it's more of a showing the design of the animatronics, and in Funtime Freddy's design you can see that there's a child inside Funtime Freddy's stomach. This is a child kidnapping mechanism that William Afton used when he was designing the animatronics. So that's where that one came from. Chica Is Female. I don't really have much to say about this one, other than I think it's people getting confused about whether Chica was a male or a female, but we all know now that Chica was a female. Secret fifth child in FNAF 2 minigame. Now this originates from the FNAF 2 minigame where you got to give gifts and give life as the puppet. When you give the animatronics life, just before Golden Freddy jump scares you, there's a fifth child in the middle who got no life or gifts. I think that's Golden Freddy, but I'm not too sure what the origin or the purpose of this child actually is. Scott is a Christian. Now this one originates from his older kind of videos and stuff that he used to make. He used to work making Christian, like, children films and stuff, and a lot of his earlier games before FNAF were actually Christian based, but that's where that came from. Save Them. Save Them came from the minigame in FNAF 2, the Save Them minigame, whatever it's called. In the minigame, you can hear a robotic voice spell out "Save Them," or I think it's I don't know, "Save Them, Save Him." It's something like that, but that's where that came from. 1987 in FNAF 1. Now, originally, people believed if you put 1987 in the custom night thing in FNAF 1, you would get a secret ending, and people kept trying this but realised it was fake. So Scott Coffin made an update to the game where if you typed 1987 into the custom night thing, you get jump scared by Golden Freddy instantly and it would crash your game. Nose honk. Now I'm pretty sure we all know where this one comes from. In basically quite a lot of the FNAF games, if you click on Freddy's nose in posters, it makes a little like clown noise, like honk on the nose. FNAF World, drowned, ending. In FNAF World, if you go into the glitch world, or whatever it's called, the flip side, you can go deeper and deeper into the flip side. But if you go too deep, you end up next to you in this little pool with Old Man Consequences, and he talks to you for a bit, and then you go into the water and you drown, and Freddy kills himself basically. Freddy in the ladies' room. In FNAF 1, if you went to the restrooms camera where Freddy would be lurking about if he's moved off the stage, you would notice that he's actually not in the males' bathroom, he's actually in the females'. Now whether this means Freddy's a pervert, I don't know, but this could also lead to us believing that Freddy's soul is possessed by a female and not a male. Junior's area in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. In the minigame, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but there's a minigame where you drive in a car as William Afton. There's a little gap at the bottom of the screen eventually in the game, and if you go out, there's like a little restaurant called Junior's. Now people speculate Juniors to be the FNAF 2 location because you're not allowed into the actual place. There is someone blocking you from going in there. And people think that the kid actually, the purple guy's child actually ran off to Juniors, because at the house in the minigame you can see like footprints leading to Juniors from the back of the house. Fake ending. In sister location there is an alternate ending where you go into the private room and have a boss fight with Ennard, and then you get sent home after 6 AM. As it hints in the name, the fake ending is an alternative ending and it's not canon, but it's a pretty cool ending in my opinion. The Bite of 83. This means in FNAF 4 when the crying child gets bit by Fredbear, people thought this was the Bite of 87, but it's actually hinted it's the Bite of 83 because of the TV saying Fredbear and Friends in 1983, meaning that the game takes place in 1983. That's when FNAF 4 takes place, and when the child gets bit, so therefore it's the Bite of 83. But there's not much else to explain on that one. Freddy in the kitchen. Now, this could have two possible meanings, I'm not too sure. Freddy in the kitchen could mean in FNAF 1 where Freddy goes into the kitchen and plays his little jingles, or this could be talking about Golden Freddy hiding in the kitchen. That is where people speculate him to be hiding in the first game. It's because it's the only camera that you can't see in. Exotic butters. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know what this means. In a FNAF sister location you get a gift basket, and one of the things you can get in the gift basket is exotic butters, and well, it's the thing the game gives you, and it's a meme in the Five Nights at Freddy's community. Candy Cadet stories. In Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, you can you can play the tokens into Candy Cadet, and very rarely he will tell you a few stories which have like a dark meaning to them, I'd say, or they kind of like just unsettling, some of the stories he says, but they're very rare. You can basically, I've never had them happen to me personally, but you know, they're really rare. Purple guy's name is William Afton. There's not much to say about this one. It says exactly what I was going to say. The purple guy's name is actually William Afton, is what people have said. Fun facts in FNAF 3's newspaper. In the FNAF 3 newspaper, you can barely make out in the sides. You can see little facts about FNAF, where it's like Scott having nightmares and testing the AI, and there's loads of other stuff in there. I'll put a photo on now, you can pause the video if you want to read it, but yeah. Bonnie and Chica's moans. In FNAF 1, when the animatronics are in your room and about to attack, they make like a little like a moan, and it's like a child's moan. Mangle is a yes. This is a theory about Scott Coffin. When he got asked about Mangle's gender, he just said yes, so that's kind of like a little joke that Mangle's gender is yes. Toxic meter. In FNAF 2 in the beta, there was a toxic meter to prevent the player from wearing the mask for as long, but this got removed because it seemed too artificial, in Scott Coffin's words, and instead he added the music box. FNAF 2 is a prequel. As you probably all know by now, FNAF 2 is not a sequel to FNAF 1, it's a prequel. The old animatronics get kept and put into the FNAF 1 locations, while the toy animatronics get scrapped, which obviously explains why the toy animatronics are not in FNAF 1. Egg Baby Blueprints. This is hinted towards in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. You can get the Insanity ending, which involves buying the Egg Baby data archive, and then going onto a night, and then you get to see these blueprints on the computer monitor. That's where that comes from. Springtrap in the Aggressive Nightmare ending. I'm not too sure what this is hinting to. Maybe it's hinting to how, you know, aggressive he actually is in the Aggressive Nightmare ending. Or maybe it's hinting to the newspaper where you can see Springtrap in the in the background if you brighten it up, but I'm not too sure what it's hinting at. William Afton in the FNAF 2 minigame. In the Save Them minigame, you can see that sometimes that the purple guy appears and chases you with like something in his hand. It could be like an animatronic deactivating device or a hand crank or something, or a phone, and he will the screen will go to blue static and it will say "You can't" at the bottom. Hidden Withered Freddy, Withered Foxy and Toy Bonnie screens in FNAF 2. Sometimes when you start the game and start the night, you'll get these hidden screens with Withered Freddy, Withered Foxy and Toy Bonnie. It depends, it can be random which one it is, and they have nothing, it's just a shell, there's no eyes or anything. Lives in FNAF 1 to 3. In FNAF 1 to 3 there is a live counter hidden in the game, or in the beta, also in the beta footage. Now, this is believed that instead of just dying and repeating the night over and over again, you'd have lives, and when you ran out of lives you had to restart the entire game, which would suck, especially on like later nights when it gets really hard. You can't. This is from what Purple Guy says in the Save Them minigame. When he catches you, it says at the bottom, "You can't." This is a response to the Save Them in the minigame. Freddy in Space teaser. This is hinting towards a teaser for a game, FNAF 57 Freddy in Space, which is a joke but actually came out in a FNAF World update. It's a shooter game and it's pretty good. I recommend checking out some gameplay on it. It is actually just the most hilarious thing ever, but it's also, really well for a joke, or a joke game or expansion or whatever. Scott Cawthon is the voice of Phone Guy. Yes, it is true. Scott Cawthon voices the Phone Guy in FNAF 1, FNAF 2 and FNAF 3, which is kind of crazy, because they do sound, in my opinion, they sound really different. Obviously Phone Dude's going to sound different, but FNAF 1 and 2 Phone Guys are meant to be the same, but to me they just sound completely different. Fredbear and Friends. This could be linking to two ideas. The first is on the TV in the Michael Afton house, or William Afton or whatever. There is a TV and there's an Easter egg where it says Fredbear and Friends on it. And the second thing is linking to a chain. After Fredbear's Family Diner got shut down, they had Fredbear and Friends, which had Freddy, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy. Golden Freddy in the bad ending. In FNAF 3, when you finish the game, if you don't do all the things in the minigames to get the good ending, you get a bad ending, and there's a fifth character in the background lit up, but you don't see it in the good ending because it's in the shadows. Now, people believe that this is Golden Freddy, but we are still not sure to this day who this actually was. It's me. This is linking to the phrase that Golden Freddy says in most games, which is "it's me," but we don't know exactly what it means. Maybe it means "it's me Cassidy" or "it's me the first victim," but we don't know to this day. Shadow Freddy in FNAF 3. This is a Easter egg which is not very known. Sometimes if you go to the left of the office, you can see Shadow Freddy chilling in the background, just sat there in a suit, obviously just slumped up. This is very rare, and I've only seen like one set of footage from the game for what people actually get in the Easter egg. It's really rare. Curse, haunting. To be honest with you, I have no clue what this means whatsoever, so we're just going to skip it.